We are back for Championship predictions after the international break. I'm joined, as always, by Sophie. How are you? And set us a like target.
Yeah, I'm well, thank you. And let's go 2,900 this time.
Ooh, that's big.
It's a big one.
Yeah, but like we've said before, the Championship support on this channel is amazing. So take 2 seconds to drop a like. Make sure, if you're not already subscribed, to get involved and subscribe. I just want to say a massive thank you for your support already this season, guys. And please keep it coming. The scores from last time, just before the international break, Sophie, you just beat me 9-8. But you've still got quite a bit of catching up to do in the Championship.
Yeah, I'm very far behind, but baby steps.
Let's start with a massive game at Ellen Road, Sophie. Leeds United versus Sheffield United. This is incredible. I mean, it's a top Yorkshire derby. The fan bases are going to be so up for it, but they're both doing so well, as you'd expect them to. Leeds United are 5th. They could be higher, arguably. You know, that late goal they conceded against Sunderland was criminal, really. Sheffield United, though, they would be top of the league if it wasn't for the points deduction, and they've kept like 6 clean sheets in a row, which is incredible.
Yeah, they're unbeaten this season.
The thing is, it's a really good test because if Sheffield United keep a clean sheet away at Leeds, that is very impressive.
Yeah.
But if Leeds want to get promoted, they need to take points off Sheffield United. They need to be at their level. Do you know what? I'm going to sit on the fence here. I'm going to go 1-1.
Oh, yeah, all right, we're kicking it off. We're saying the same thing here. Oh. I don't want to go against either team because I think Leeds being at home might be slight favourites, but you've got to account for Sheffield United's good start to the season. As I said already, they're unbeaten, so I don't want to go against them. So I think they're going to cancel each other out, and I agree with you, 1-1.
It's a really good game, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, they're both flying. I mean, I've been so impressed with Sheffield United. You know, Chris Wilder's doing amazing there. Their defensive record is incredible, but the players they've got going forwards like Hamer, O'Hare, Kiefer Moore, Raksaki, they are so dangerous. But Leeds United, we like them, so it's difficult. Right, on to the next one, Sophie. This is a big game down towards the bottom as Cardiff City take on Plymouth Argyle. Now, credit to Plymouth, they are currently mid-table, which is great. The thing is, it's a big game because if Plymouth want to stay away from the bottom 3, they need to make sure they do avoid defeats in these games, especially away from home. Now, I like Plymouth at home, but when they're away,
I don't trust them quite so much.
Exactly, yeah. I don't feel quite the same. And if Cardiff are going to stay up, they need to start winning games. It's early days. But still, the pressure's on. I'm going to back Cardiff, actually. I just think the home advantage is tipping it for me. If this is at home park, I'm probably going for Plymouth, but I'm going to go Cardiff 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going 1-1. I'm going for another draw. Purely because if, as you say, it was at home park, I would be leaning towards Plymouth. But I feel like Cardiff really needs some points from this, and I feel like they will be up for this game. But Plymouth aren't no mugs, so...
They're not.
I don't think it's going to be an easy game. That's why I'm saying the draw. 1-1 again.
But like I said in a previous video, credit to Wayne Rooney and Plymouth because they've been better than we thought they'd be so far.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we did predict them to stay up at the start of the season. So on to the next one. It's Luton Town versus Watford. This is a derby, and it's also a Rob Edwards derby. And just think how big a win would be for either team here. The pressure is there, I'd say, for Rob Edwards. I don't think lots of their fans want him out because of what he's done there before, like the promotion and everything. But this is not good enough. And if they lose this at home to Watford, the team that sacked him as well, it all just looks pretty doom and gloom. But if they can win this game, it'd be massive. As for Watford, we've been pleasantly surprised. You know, Tom Cleverley's doing great there, and what a win it would be for him. But I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to be a coward here. I really don't know. I think Luton, with the home advantage, have got to make sure they get something. But Watford have been good. I'm going to go 2-2.
So a couple of times this season, I felt like this is the game where Luton are going to turn it around. And then I've backed them to get something from it. And they've not. So I'm almost going for the opposite here. I'm going for them to lose this one. And I think they might get something from it. We'll see. So I'm going to go Watford 2-1. I think the Luton fans will be happy that I'm not giving them anything because I feel like I've been a bit of a bad omen. But right now I can't go against Watford. I know it's a derby, so anything kind of goes in a derby, but I'm tipping Watford to win this 2-1.
2-1. Share your thoughts, guys. It does feel like a big game at Kenilworth Road. The next one, Sophie, this is interesting. We go to the Kassam as Oxford United take on West Brom. Now, I've been impressed by both of them. West Bromwich Albion were amazing at the start of the season. They were top, but they've gone 3 games without a win, so they're not top anymore. I think they're 4th. Oxford United have had a good start, especially at home. They haven't won any away games yet, but I don't think they've lost any home games. But I think it's 4 games now without a win. But, you know, it includes a couple of draws against the likes of Burnley, which are still decent. Difficult this. Oxford being at home makes me think I should give them something. West Brom I really like, but they've not won in their last 3. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm just going to back the away team. Oxford 1, West Brom 2.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going down the middle, and for me it was a toss-up between a 1-1 and a 2-2. But I'm going to go lower. I think I'm going to say a 1-1, purely because Oxford, especially at home, they've impressed me so far this season. And just before the international break, we saw West Brom wobbling a little bit after their fine start. So it is going to be interesting to see how they come back now after the international break. Maybe that came at a good time for them to reset, to go again. But I'm going to kick it off with a draw. So 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, I think, considering their form had sort of tailed off, I think the international break can't be seen as a bad thing for West Brom. Let's see. Right, on to the game I'm really not looking forward to as we go to Deepdale. It's Preston North End versus Coventry City. And for those of you guys that don't know, Coventry City's bogey team is Preston. We've got...
Just Deepdale. We've never won at Deepdale.
Yeah, no, we've never won there in the league. Now, Coventry have got quite a few bogey teams, but Preston is the main one. They are the villain when it comes to Coventry City. We do not like them because they don't let us win, ever. And especially at Deepdale. Now, every time we go there, there's always a certain contingent of the Coventry fan base that's like, we're going to win this time.
This will be the time.
And I will believe it when I see it. 1-0 Preston. Look, we've not been impressed with Coventry so far this season. I don't want to go in too hard. I want us to improve. We're here to support the lads. But look, I think Preston might get the result. We like Heckingbottom, and I think they're going to win.
Yeah, sadly, I agree. I'm saying 2-1 Preston, so I think there might be a couple of goals. Wouldn't even be surprised if we went 1-0 up and then ended up throwing the game. I just don't like this game. Every season I dread us playing away at Deepdale because you just know we're not getting anything from that game, especially not the 3 points. But who knows? I'm hoping this year will be the year we do it. But the form we were in before the international break, I don't see us doing it. So yeah, 2-1 Preston.
Honestly, I would snap your hand off for a draw.
Yeah, I would.
Right, on to the next one. We go to Blackburn Rovers versus Swansea City. Both just outside the playoffs. Blackburn had a great start and then they lost their last 2 games before the international break. As for Swansea City, they've been alright. They had a good little run of results. I think they're not scoring a lot, but I think their defensive numbers are quite good. This is difficult. I just wonder, I think Blackburn with the home advantage, I'm just leaning towards them. I think we're going to go Blackburn 2-1.
Okay, I'm going for another draw. I feel like I've gone very draw heavy this video, but I don't give enough credit to Swansea, and sometimes they do surprise me and I'm like, whoa, they got a result there, I wasn't expecting that. Blackburn got off to a very good start to the season and they do score a lot of goals, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Swansea can keep them at bay. I'm going to go for another 1-1. Seems very, very boring, but I want to give Swansea something and I can't quite stretch it to the 3 points, so a draw it is.
Yeah, no, I think I could see that happening. Share your thoughts, guys. The next game is at the Riverside as Middlesbrough take on Bristol City. First thing we need to touch on, Sophie, is that Liam Manning will not be there, and our thoughts and condolences with him and his family after that tragic news, of course. On the whole, Bristol City have been a little bit inconsistent recently. I think they drew their last 3 games coming into the international break. Middlesbrough, as we always say, we think they've got the potential to be up there. They need to win these games if they're going to solidify a playoff place. And I think they might. I'm going to go 1-0 Middlesbrough.
Yeah, I'm going for the same. I wouldn't be surprised if Bristol City did get something for this because, of course, the players are going to be up for it for their manager. And I would love to see them get something for him.
I agree.
But I just feel like Middlesbrough are going to be too strong at home. So Tight game, but Middlesbrough just edge it. And I agree, 1-0.
Yeah, both going for Borough 1-0. Yeah, share your thoughts on that one, guys. On to the next one. We go to the Den as Millwall take on Derby County. Millwall have not been too consistent so far this season. They've had 1 or 2 decent wins, but on the whole, their form's been a bit here, there and everywhere. And they take on Derby, who we've got to say have been impressive, but 12 out of their 12 points have come at home.
Yeah.
So they're winning the home games, they're losing the away games, and that just makes me think I might go for Millwall here. Do you know what? Derby have been impressive, but I just think those points are going to come at home.
At home, yeah.
Millwall 2-1.
I'm going to say 2-1 as well. I thought you were going to say 1-0. Millwall, a trusty 1-0, but I feel like Derby are more than capable of scoring in this game.
I do.
So yeah, I am just going to edge Millwall just because I fancy Derby more at home. They've been very, very impressive at home. So if they could get a draw here, that's a good result. It's a good average. But yeah, I'm just going to edge Millwall as well because you never know with them. They might turn up. So yeah, 2-1.
2-1. Okay, right, on to the next one. So this feels like a big game in the bottom 3 as QPR take on Portsmouth. It's 22nd versus 23rd. Now, I wouldn't have thought we'd see QPR in the bottom 3 this season. It's still so early that I think they can turn it around. And in midweek, they are playing Coventry, so let's hope they don't turn it around for that one. But
just get a result here, and then you can put your feet up midweek.
I think QPR will get something because Portsmouth have not won a game all season.
No.
They need a win to come, but
because they've been in games, that's the thing. It's not like they've just not turned up at all. They've been in games and they've just been a bit unlucky at times.
Look, Portsmouth have picked up quite a few decent draws this season, but I think when you're at home to Oxford United and you haven't won yet, that's what you have to win, those games. Oh God, I would not be surprised if Portsmouth get a draw, but I'm just leaning towards the home team. The pressure is surely on Cifuentes to get a result.
Yeah.
2-1 QPR.
Yeah, I'm throwing in another goal. I'm going to say 3-1 QPR because I feel like Cifuentes and those players need a bit of a statement. They'll probably be licking their lips at this fixture actually because I don't see Portsmouth going there and getting the win. If anything, I could see them getting a draw because they have been quite draw heavy this season, but I just feel like there's going to be more of a reaction from the QPR players because I feel like there's more expectation on them rather than Portsmouth. That's why I think they're going to come out firing after this international break. 3-1.
3-1, yeah, that would be a statement result. Share your thoughts, guys. It's a big game down at the bottom. Next up, we go to Hillsborough. It's Sheffield Wednesday versus Burnley. Let's just touch on Sheffield Wednesday, Sophie. Their fans are some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever seen. How good were they at the CBS? They're the best I've seen at a home game in years.
Yeah, like so far this season for me, they've been best fans by a mile. They were very, very noisy. And that's why it was so painful for them to get the winner because you just look over to the left from where we're sitting thinking, oh, here we go. And yeah, rightly so, they were bang up for it. And yeah, I mean, it was a good result. Great result for them.
Yeah, they've picked up some really good results before the international break. Let's not forget they beat West Brom as well. So they've got the fan base behind them. They've got some real quality on the pitch, and we do like Danny Roll. I think they could cause Burnley 1 or 2 problems because Burnley, I expect them to get...
Yeah, they've not looked perfect, have they?
No, I expect Burnley to be good, and they're third. Let's not take it away from them. They're third, but you feel like they're not at the top gear yet. They're kind of just about getting away with wins by 1 goal here or there and everywhere. But I don't know, I think Burnley need to start climbing the gears. And if they're not at it, I think Sheffield Wednesday might get something. I'm going to go for a draw, 1-1.
Oh, yeah, I was really tempted to say a draw as well, but it just seems that Burnley as a team might not turn up and then they somehow get the win or they'll get something from the game. And I feel like that's going to happen in this one. I feel like it's going to be a really close game, but Burnley nick it late on. I'm going to say Burnley 1-0.
Yeah, it would be typical. Like you say, they're just grinding out the 3 points.
Yeah, you just think, oh, bloody hell, they've done it.
If they keep going like this, they could be like the least convincing promoted team in history. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, ultimately, it's the 3 points that matter, isn't it?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think, though, they've got the quality in players and manager to do better performance-wise, but
Yeah.
there you go. Let's not be too horrible. They're still third.
Exactly.
Right, on to the next one, Sophie. It's Stoke City versus Norwich City. Norwich have been in great form.
Yeah.
They just beat Hull City 4-0 before the international break.
Signs is flying, isn't he? He's having a great season so far.
Yeah, they've got so many great attacking options. Thorpe is getting the best out of them. They're scoring lots of goals. They're scoring lots of points. And they take on Stoke, who did win 6-1 against Portsmouth. And then how typical is it that they drew 0-0 at Swansea?
I know. They're such a strange team. I feel like I say it every video. I just can't predict them.
So I'm tempted to either go 6-1 Norwich or 4-0 Stoke.
Yeah.
No, honestly, on a serious note, Stoke City are so confusing. Let's go for a bit of fun. Stoke 2, Norwich 3. I'm going for a bonus point.
Oh, okay. I'm going 3-0 Norwich City.
3-0?
Yeah, because I don't know what Stoke team's going to turn up. They could turn up in this one, roll Norwich over, but I don't see it happening. Norwich are in very good form. As I've mentioned, a couple of their players are firing, and it's been some really convincing performances. So if the bad Stoke turn up, if they turn up, then I think Norwich will win this one easy.
Yeah, it's really hard to put your finger on Stoke City
is.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You've just got to guess, haven't you? Right, on to the final game then. It's Sunday's game, Sophie. It's Hull City versus Sunderland. Now, Sunderland, they are still top of the league. Of course, they got that dramatic late equaliser against Leeds just before the international break. And they take on Hull, who had been on a good run of form until they got smashed by Norwich 4-0. So, I don't know, how do you feel about this? I mean, Sunderland, slight favourites?
I'd say more than slight favourites, actually. I think Sunderland have looked really good. Hull obviously have had a few good games where they're winning 3-1. I think there was 2 of them on the bounce, and you're like, oh, okay. They're looking pretty solid, but I think Sunderland are looking better. So they've got to be the favourites for me.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Hull City beat QPR 3-1. I think they beat Cardiff 4-1 actually.
That was an extra one.
Yeah. This is difficult. I mean, I agree that Sunderland are slight favourites, but do you know what? Let's throw a little spanner in the works and just say because Hull City are the home team, they're going to get a draw.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1-1. I think Hull City have been improving under Volta.
Yeah.
They just need that Norwich game to be a blip.
Yes,
and get back on track. But I like Sunderland. They've been great, but I'm going to go for a draw.
Yeah, and I don't think that's bad for either team, to be honest. But I am going to pick a winner. I'm going to say Sunderland snatch it 2-1. Again, I could see it being a late goal, but Sunderland just have that never say die attitude at the moment, and you love to see it in teams. And that's why I think they're going to get the win over the line.
That Sunderland till I die mentality.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, there you go, guys. That wraps up our championship predictions for yet another week. Be sure to get your predictions down in the comments, of course. Like I say, we are here predicting football every week, and we've got Premier League predictions coming tomorrow. And make sure you've liked to support the video. Make sure, of course, you are subscribed, because next week we've got a 3-game week, of course, as the championship is in action in midweek. Are you excited?
So excited, so many videos.
I know, yay!
Yay.
But the form Coventry are in, no, I'm not excited.
No.
But guys, support us nonetheless. Let us know your predictions down below, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, peace out.